too. And then on top of that, you know, we teach people about NFTs as well, man. We got guys that made millions of dollars off of NFTs and stuff like that. Shout out to my boys in Top Shot. NFTs, yeah. We got NFT experts that we teach webinars in the course about NFTs. You know, we've got a couple NFT guys as well. A lot of our guys have made a lot of money. I mean, we've killed it on land. So we've made a lot of money on NFT land.
Explain that.
So, okay. So you're a man of the real world, so you understand real estate. You understand what's real into dirt, right?
Yep.
Well, there's a lot of people that they wanna own land inside a video game.
I've heard about this actually. Yeah,
it's trippy though.
I'm thinking I might go start building some metal building strip malls in the metaverse. It's got to be easier than doing it in real life,
right?
Just cool.
Some dorks in the room with a computer. I mean,
yeah. I just need to anchor it with like a Little Caesars or something, or a Starbucks on the corner. No, I'm going to make the rent. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so tell me about it. So you're in the metaverse and there's these streets and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. And
just like that chessboard right there. That's the grid. I mean,
they break it up.
They break it up, and it's literally like grids like this.
Okay, cool.
So what they usually do is like they sell it either by it's one square, or it's like a 3 square, or a fucking 9 square.
Okay.
That's usually how it goes. So it's like either it's like a 3x3, 6x6, 9x9 is really how it goes. So typically when you have an initial land sale, you want to buy the smallest pieces first, because the average guy doesn't have the big money to buy the big piece. So so for a smaller guy, like you want to buy a couple of the small pieces at retail. And then what happens is it sells out, and then right off the bat, you can just flip it right away for 40%, 2 times, 3 times your money. Right off the bat.
Is there a map for this?
Yeah, there's maps for this, but every game's different. And like it's like basically like half the games are like basically like it's like Sims. Half the games are Sim City. The other half is like Pokemon, Pokemon ripoffs, and the other half they're playing some NES bullshit. Like some NES, like fucking, like Dungeons and Dragons thing. That's literally the 3 types of games out.
So are they going to like build bridges to one another and they go to different?
Yeah. And then everything's going to trade with each other. So here's the thing: is like when you play a video game, right? You know, people waste their whole time playing video games, and the characters all leveled up and stuff. And then the new game comes out, and all your shit's useless. What's going to happen in the future is like all your stuff. If you put tons of hours into video games, which is kind of, you shouldn't be doing that, but like tons of hours into video games. All that gear trans over to the
you have some kind of equity built up.
Yeah, you have equity built, and you can sell that equity. You own it. So everything
is this kind of like guys that accumulate skins with guns? I've heard about that as well.
Yeah, except the company like doesn't really let you sell it and really make much money. It's all kind of in the ecosystem. But the coolest thing is like these skins are sold in an open marketplace across the world. So somebody in China might want to buy it from you. Or like you get the skin and you're like, holy crap, you make it famous or something, or you make it really poppin', and then everyone wants your skin. And then you sell it to them. So it's this whole thing where like you either make something popping, or like you just get lucky and you get this crazy rare drop. So some kid in Indonesia doesn't really have any money. He ends up getting this drop and just becomes like gets his first 100 G's, first $1 million. Really changes his fucking life.
Really interesting. So what does a big piece of land go for? I might have to buy some of this shit.
I mean, depends on the land. I mean, let's just say something like alluvium, right?
What the fuck is alluvium, first of all?
It's basically they're making Pokemon. That's really what they're doing. Like it's basically like a 3D version of Pokemon.
I want to deal with this. Okay.
I mean, this is like what we have to. This is the lengths and stuff that of how we'll be getting to the metaverse and everything. But basically,
all right. So I go to Pokemon Land.
You at the Pokemon.
There's no real estate agent.
No.
So I get to just look at the map and there's something for sale.
There's something for sale.
How much does that big piece of land cost in Pokemon Land?
40 grand.
That's all?
40.
Actually, wait, that's a lot. But you're telling me somebody's going to buy it from me.
Yeah. We were buying and selling. We were buying and selling lands for 40 G's.
So how do you evaluate a market? How do you know what neighborhood's hot? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the nearest Starbucks? What's schools like?
All right, so it's this whole thing. It's all based off of resources. So these pieces of land in this specific game generate money. generate resources that you need, like basically
like natural resources. Like there's oil here, except it's like
no, literally there's
Pokemon.
Yeah, it's Pokemon stuff, right? So basically, like the land barons will control the resources, which is like, and then from there they'll extract resources, they'll sell it on the open market. People who want to actually build stuff, build Pokeballs, do all this crazy stuff, catch these alluvials, level them up, make gear. They need the resources. So what ends up happening is that people want to play the game and actually play for money, because people are going to play. They're playing for big money. I mean, they're going to soon have tournaments for about $50 million prize pools, $100 million prize pools.
So are they going to play each other in like life? Like,
in like, yeah, well, not like,
or is it going to be like
over
first
the
game
computer
shooter type shit?
Yeah, like it's going to be like that. It's going to be like that, but except everything's, but it's all tradable and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, you lost, bro. Give me that shit. Give me your main Pokemon or whatever. And it's like, all right, bro. And then they lost $100,000.
I got you. So how did the Pokemon fight it out? Is it like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat of Pokemon? Like, are there like
sort of like, it's like
little Pokemon bleeding everywhere and shit?
For right now, it's kind of just auto. It's kind of like you put them in there. It's kind of like chicken fight. You just put them in there and you don't control it, and they just battle each other. But over time, it's going to be the thing where you actually can make them do things. It's
so let's clarify this shit.
Yeah,
there's no skill set and no actual product being developed here. I just want to clarify. For the record, like there's no skill set, so you don't push any buttons.
Well, there's skill set. It's like you have to build up the team. You have to build up the team, and then
so you have to build your squad up.
You have to build your squad up, and then you also have to. You're playing this whole game of like.
But there's no leadership either. It's like I threw my chicken in. I beat that chicken. Now I have this team. Is that how you build your Pokemon?
No, you don't. That's if you're gambling. That's if you're gambling with each other. You're just trying.
It sounds like you're gambling anyway.
I mean, it's all gambling. Here's the thing. It's all gambling and shit anyway, dude. Come on. Like you asked to get into deep water. You asked to get into deep water. You wanted to get into the nerd thing.
Yeah, dude, I do. I want to understand it. I'm not saying that you're wrong for telling me how this exists. Right. I'm just saying, for fuck's sake, where's the skill set?
You know, the skill set.
We gotta buy some land, dude.
The skill sets. It's the economics. It's being able to catch it, be able to haggle, being able to train them up and stuff like that. Then being able to like.
When you say train them up, like you're talking about building a team. How do you acquire a team?
Basically, you have to go and either buy the team, an initial team and stuff like that. Then you over time you just battle them with other stuff, and then they get stronger over time.
Right. So you're saying a team is like, let's say, because look, dude, I was born in the 80s, man. So let's say I was like, my team was like Street Fighter, and I went and bought 2 Ryus, a Ken, and a Blanca.
Right.
And that was my team, and I can like train them up digitally.
Right.
And they get
stronger and stronger.
They get gains
until you max them out.
And okay, you max them out. So it's kind of like create a player in NCAA.
Yeah.
And then you put them in the chicken cage.
And then here's the thing: is like maybe Ryu's really good against Chun-Li, but they suck against like I don't know, man. Like.
And so you get to choose which one you're gonna
throw in. But
okay.
So you see each other's teams, and now you're playing this game of like. I think I know this motherfucker. He always plays this shit. Let me play this one right here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, fucking caught his ass. Damn.
So when you beat him, do you take his player?
No, you're either betting like kind of money. You're either betting money. You can bet
you can put money into this.
Yeah, you can put money into this. You can either bet for money or you bet for like an alluvial or just experience or places in the tournament. For most people are going to be playing for the tournament because if you win first place you win millions.
So basically, these websites that this is all going down on, they become banks in a way.
Yes, it's entire economies.
Because Starbucks is ranked I know they're ranked in the top 100 banks in America, or they might be. No, I know they're in the top 500 banks in America because of all the money that people keep on their phones and the apps,
right, and
the gift cards that people don't use.
Right.
And so Starbucks has like this beautiful business model outside of the profitability on an $8 coffee.
Yep.
That is actually banking. Just kind of like McDonald's is really in the real estate business.
Right.
In so many ways, right? So when you're looking at this video game, you have to think that the amount of currency that these games are going to hold not only makes them profitability from the standpoint of how they would normally make money, buying a $40,000 digital lot that's out of thin air, but actually the money they're holding from every 15-year-old kid in the world or 20-year-old guy or whomever.
Now, and watch this. Everything you do in the game, imagine you're a little cheese grater. They take a little cut on everything.
Yeah.
Right? So we're talking about the NFTs, the games, the Pokemons and all that stuff. Then there's a coin attached to it. That coin
Is that the currency on the game?
No. So it's Ethereum. It's the currency of the game.
Really?
The coins basically have like.
So there's like the euro.
Yeah. Well, so sort of. So it's okay. So imagine like everyone's using the euro in the game,
right?
But then I have this stock right here, where like because I own that stock, it pays me euro dividends.
Interesting. So because you put a certain amount of liquidity into
the game and
stuff.
Yeah. So it's so I buy the coin. The coin,
which is basically what countries do.
Yeah. It's countries do. Basically, by owning the coin, you basically own all the game. So by owning the coin, you own the entire game studio and every other game they ever make. And since every game has little things where they're moving Ethereum back and forth, you're getting paid in Ethereum, so you're getting paid just cold hard cash. So as a thing gets more successful, they start making other games. They're planning to make like 5 different versions of the game and stuff, like a card game, this and this and this, and then they're going to start branching on to other stuff. Well, these dudes,
and these are going to be all their own little countries, and they'll be building bridges between them.
Yep.
And then so when you go in, it'd be like, hey, I'm going to trade out USD for RON or a ruble or whatever.
Right. And
they'll get transaction fees off of that in some way.
And because you're owner of the company, you get a nice little vig off of everything in the ecosystem. So if this is the whole chessboard and there's 15 different games, you get an income from all of it. It goes to the master place, which is the coin, and then you get that dividend in your pocket.
Got you. Which is like Swift.
Yeah. Which is so you're just getting. Okay. I mean that, but the reason I'm telling that, I'm like, I hold a bunch of this stuff too, because I mean, like I know this is retarded enough to work. Right. And let me say that again. Right. Yeah. I know.
Yes.
This is retarded enough to work.
Right. I get it.
I
understand what you're saying.
Right.
I hate the ugly truth that retardation is profitable, but I mean,
it's profitable.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, what is that whole thing? We can be retarded longer than you can be solvent.
Right. And so so it's,
and I actually think it's going to be fun and stuff. But the thing is like, I'm not going to waste time playing video games. I'm playing it I'm more of just trying to find opportunities to make money and just like earning income.
Yeah. Can you go in there as just an investor and like,
that's exactly what we're doing,
and not get sideswiped? Like, so if I have to go like create a little like emoji Justin, little ginger guy in there as a little Pokemon, and I'm just there to buy some fucking, some blocks of real estate.
Yep.
I don't have to worry about getting like side swiped by some other chicken fight guy.
Nope. All you gotta do, you can just be a land baron. You just hold land because you're not using it.
Just go in there and play a little Monopoly.
Just a little Monopoly, and then as the prices go up, you just start selling properties off like that, and just like, I want 20 Ethereum for this. All right, fuck it.
Right, and they'll do it.
Dude, I've been buying and selling land. Right, I've just gotten to the point where like I've got the land I like. I'm keeping it right now, and from there, like that's the land side. That's the easy side, and then there's the other side is you just buy the coin. Just buy and hold the coin. Let the fucking thing get popular. It's just like Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin cheap, sell later, and then rinse and repeat. And if the game's not going to work anymore, then we just move on to the next one.
Damn.
That's how it is,
What would you tell a young man that is really, really into this?
Yeah.
But you also want him to have a good life in real life, man. Because, I don't think it's going to come as any surprise to you that I think it's important to be valuable in real life as well.
Right.
And for that reason, I'd be interested to know what you have to say about the kids that actually know about this and see the opportunity. Where do you think they should place themselves in regards to the contrast between the metaverse and all these things that are going on and all these opportunities they might be able to have by staying on these platforms versus being able to just walk up to a girl? You know what I'm saying?
So it's basically playing. So what I would tell people is, if a person's trying to do it as a career, that's one thing. But I'm talking about for the average person. For the average person, they want to basically use the money. It's like take your regular income that you're making off of your job or whatever. Use that money, multiply it, then take portion of that capital to make a business. Go do something in the real world. A lot of people like can't handle full-time crypto, but the thing is like the opportunity is so massive that you can definitely just make a lot of money, and then you can just take the courses, get kind of taught up and stuff like that, and then just follow along, dollar cost averaging. You don't got to spend all your time watching everything, but you do have to pay, like everything. You have to pay. There is a burden of performance. There's a burden of paying attention a little bit.
Yep.
But then from there, that isn't your whole life. You go do other stuff, build your. I always tell people, like we would tell people, don't quit your day job. We told people, don't quit your day job. We told there's a bunch of people, they're like a year away from being doctors of this and this. We're like, no, stay there, do it. Like, bro, no, I want to go full-time crypto trader. I'm telling you, finish your shit.
Right.
And now they're like, Miguel, thank you, bro. Charlie, thank you.
Yeah, because my argument to that would be is like, I can sit here and talk to you and you can call me with an opportunity.
Right.
Like the Pulse chain, and I could put 5 figures in there.
Yeah.
You know, and if there's nothing there other than you staying on whatever platform that is all day, you're not even going to have enough money to make a big change in your life. Like, so what if Pulse chain goes up? Let's say if any chain, any coin or anything goes up 5x. Well, if you ain't got no fucking money in it, it's not going to matter. If you got $100 in there and it goes to 500, then it's really, you're not really doing anything to change your life in any way. So I definitely agree with that. There should be a balance between real life performance and producing, so that when the opportunity arises in the crypto space or the metaverse or any of these other platforms that we're talking about, that you actually have enough ass behind you to do something of value with it. So I completely agree with that. Where can guys learn more about you? Like, where can they keep up with the kind of information you're giving me today, man?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you can follow me.